Right. Just going to save that project and we're going to throw down another material. Let's see here. Let's look at this darker brown. I'm going to throw that as a layer on top. Again, we're going to pull back on that sharpness, the highlight reflection. I'm going to change that scaling as well. Make sure I'm locked down so I can change each value independently. Okay, I'm going to pull back on the height position and height range as well. I'm going to add another black mask. Jump back into our brushes here and let's have a look at our alphas actually. Try this one. Whoa. Let's see if it's done there. Nope. Let's go back into our brushes. This one might be interesting. Let's see what this does. It's adding height information, which is not what I want it to do. Okay, basically what I've done here is when I was painting, it was adding height information, and that's because we had our height channel turned on here on our original material, our original wood. Turning off that height value allows us to paint without adding any height information to the texture. I'm just going to move over here a little bit more and paint some of that browner texture through there. I'm also going to pull back on the opacity on this as well. Zoom out, get my model in position so I can see it a bit better. I'm going to throw a bit more down here. And again, all I'm trying to do here is simulate a bit of wear and tear on the wood. Maybe up through the top of the arch as well. Jump around to the other side. Maybe along the top straight edge as well. Maybe just a little bit through the front edge of that decorative piece here at the bottom too. On either side. Can we add dusty look here, or we should do it in 3D Studio Max? I would actually do it in Mari. You can do it in Max using Max's Paint Tool Alchemist. So if you could add, you wanted to add like dirt or dust to it, you could do it in Substance Painter. I'm not going to be doing it in Substance Painter. You can do it in Max because Max has built-in painting tools as well. And if you're only adding dust or a bit of dirt, then Max's painting tools are good enough. I would generally use Mari though to do that sort of thing, which is probably what I'm going to do with this. I'm just getting the base colour down here, and then I think I'll take it into Mari just to add a bit more dirt and dust to it. I'm not going to be dirtying it up as much as I was when I created the garden terrace because, you know, that sat outside and this doesn't. So just want a wooden texture in Substance here that has a bit of colour variation to it, makes it look like it's a bit old and worn. Before we take it into Mari to just to add a bit more dirt and detailing. That's probably good enough for what we need. I'm just going to save that. Let's export our textures. I'm going to change my export path here. Vehicle projects, models, Deco building, export, painter. And we're going to create a new folder for this called wooden ceiling arch. Okay, let's export. Take my hand and we'll combine our sparks. Just going to jump into Max again. Open up my material editor. Come on, Max. I'm going to have a look at that texture it exported.
Like meteors, we light up the sky with magic. like meteors, we light up the sky with magic.
Okay, let's hook that up to the diffuse channel and turn on shaded in our viewport so we can see it. And we have to remember we don't have a normal map or anything, or our metallic or roughness map assigned to it yet either. I just want to look at the texture it's made. I'm going to jump into Mari. We're going to create a new texture, a new project rather. Load up, now I'm going to try loading in the FBX file. You guys know I generally prefer to work with OBJs, but because we've already exported the model as an FBX, let's have a look at that. Yeah. We're going to get it to create a 2K texture map here. I'm just going to change my temp directory here to my E drive, not my SSD. It's just for me. I don't like Mari using my SSD drive. I'll just give Mari a few minutes to work that out. Again, I'm just going to wait for Mari to let me move. Alright. I'm going to go into flat shaded mode here. I'm going to import that texture that we exported from Substance Painter. Again, Mari defaults to .tiff, so just get rid of the .tiff at the end and you'll see everything that's inside of your projects folder. Base color, I think, is the one we're after. Okay, so now let's jump into our image manager here and let's just grab a couple of texture maps. Dirt and graffiti, I think, is the one that I want. Again, I'm going to load all these in because Mari doesn't actually physically load the textures in, it just creates a pointer to them. You guys will be familiar with these textures. These are the ones that we were using when we were texturing up the garden terrace. It's just a collection of dirt and grunge textures, grayscale textures usually. The way you see me work with Mari here, you can work the same way in Max, because like I said, Max has a built-in paint tool, a very basic one, but it's functional, usable. You can probably do this in Painter as well, but I just find Substance Painter a bit more fiddly to work with. Again, that's just me. I tend to prefer to work in Mari. Alright, remember, let's always throw down a new layer if we're going to be working on a new project, painting in anything new. Let's zoom in on our model a bit. Just going to angle it up. Let's see here. I'm looking for something that I can throw. Just going to pull this in for a minute, have a look at it. Come on, Mari. Scale our texture down. Let's find something else that's not, doesn't look the way I thought it would. Let's scale our texture up. I'm on a new layer. I'm just going to paint this in. I'm going to increase my brush size a little bit. Where am I? Channel. Right. Just looking for my, I just want to increase my brush size a little. That's better. Jump back to my layers. I'm just going to paint this in here. Remember with Mari you have to press the Alt key to bake that down, otherwise when you move your model you're going to move that texture map as well. Okay, I'm just going to move that down out of the way for a second. I want to play with my my layer styles here. I'm going to pull back on that. I'm just looking for more of an overall dirt effect to this. I'm just going to turn it off and turn it on. Pull it back a little bit more. I'm going to stay on the same layer. Paint in a little bit here and there. Press the Alt key to bake it down. Okay, let's throw down a new layer. And let's grab another texture. Okay, I'm going to zoom in on my model here, angle it up. I'm going to paint that in. And before I paint it all in, because I'm not sure how that's going to actually look, I'm going to bake it down. Move it out of the way for a minute. And again, we're going to play with our layer style. One. Whoa. I went to the wrong layer by mistake. I'm going to bring my brush size down a little bit as well. Multiply it 3. I'm going to add a new layer. Change it to a multiplier. We're going to knock our opacity back down again. Come on. Around there. May pull it up just a bit more. And this is like that ledge that's sitting around the outside of that, the bottom of that top part of the arch. All I'm doing here is adding like a little bit of dirt along it. Just going to do the same thing through the bottom here as well. Let's jump to the other side here. We'll do the same thing again. We'll rotate around. You notice I'm not painting all the way along that edge, I'm just hitting it here and there. So instead of going like that, I'm just hitting a bit here and a bit here. Let's work on the top part of that ledge now. I lost my place, where am I? Over here. No. Again, I'm going to throw down a new layer. Again, we'll go to a multiply and we'll just pull down the opacity a bit. And these are like these square side pieces here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back on the opacity now that I have some of them painted in. So I just pull that dirt in a little bit more. And do the same thing on this side. We'll do these ones across the middle first. And we'll rotate our texture around. And I've got to be careful I don't get too carried away here because I have a tendency to want to make everything mega dirty, but we don't really want that. I do want it to be dirty, but not mega dirty. I'll do the same thing here on this side. A bit through there, through there. Bake that down. Zoom out. And pull back on that opacity just a bit more. You've really got to add some dirt to that top archway there. I'm going to save my project here though. Again, I'm going to throw down a new layer. Scale that texture up a bit. I may actually go into my project and turn masking on. So we're on a new layer. I'm going to change it to multiply. Again, I'm going to pull back on my opacity a bit. Zoom in just a bit more. Press the Alt key to bake it down. And now I'm actually going to turn masking off. And play with my opacity. I'm just going to pull it back. Might pull it up just a little bit more. There. Okay, break that down, pull it back. I'm actually going to save our project. going to do an export flattened on that material. So export everything flattened. We'll call this wooden ceiling arch underscore painted, and we'll save it as a PNG. You'll notice I'm working with PNG here. I normally work with Targa TGA. I work with Targa because when you're exchanging textures with other studios or other artists, Targa is usually the best, but I'm going to be working in PNG because we're going to be working with the Unreal Engine. Unreal can accept Targa as well, but just for something different, let's work with PNG. I know a lot of you guys work in PNG as well. There's nothing wrong with PNG, PNG is fine. I just want to swap out this color texture here. For this painted version. Let me just end our isolation. Isolate those two pieces and go back into isolation mode again. Trying to work out where that piece has been moved to. Okay. We still have to texture up this decorative piece that sits at the top as well. I just want to move it into place so I can get an idea of what the two textures look like together. Or what the two pieces of geometry look like together. Max is being very fiddly. Going to pull back. Yeah. I think we might leave it there for today, guys. I still want to do a bit more work on the wood part of this texture and blend this top piece. I want to retexture that top piece as well. But I think we'll do that tomorrow. I'll look at I'll look at this texture again tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me and for watching. We will continue on with texturing these pieces up tomorrow. Remember, I do post 15 minutes before I go live to my Twitter page, so if you're not sure when I'm going to be live, keep an eye on my Twitter page at PhilDoes3D. My schedule doesn't change though. I'll be on again tomorrow at 5 PM. You're quite welcome. I'll be on again tomorrow at 5 PM. We can continue doing some of the texturing work on this piece of geometry there. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me and for watching. So thank you. Thank you for hanging out and watching. We'll be back on again tomorrow at 5 PM Pacific time in the US. Hopefully I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, guys.